Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rudler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，感谢您收看本期直击美股，我是主持人 Julie， 在华尔街向您问好。今天是5月8日，星期一。今日股市整体平开，由于之前对于法国总统大选的预测已经反映在股价攀升之中了，因此今天华尔街反应反而是比较平淡的。但马克龙当选总统无疑是一大利好消息，它能够给欧盟带来稳定，同时也能够给全球股市带来一定的信心。本周市场关注的焦点主要在于企业财报。本周即将公布财报的企业包括 Snap、梅西百货、丰田汽车等等。我们直击美股也将会为您持续关注这些企业的财报动向。在个股方面，苹果公司今天股价大涨，主要得益于巴菲特增持了苹果股份。同时 ，Coach 宣布将收购 K-Spade， 受此利好影响 ，K-Spade 股价将大幅上升。纵观全球，受到法国总统大选利好的影响，欧洲市场以及亚洲市场今天大体上涨。同时，韩国将在本周二进行总统大选。更多的小资讯，请关注今天的交易员访谈。Hi Scott, the stocks failed to rally on Macron win. What's the reason behind that?
I think most people thought it was going to win, so it was almost like baked in. And Europe had a huge rally into it, so wasn't that big of a deal that they took some profits off of it. The market didn't fall apart. You know, I went pretty long into the weekend thinking he was going to win and maybe we'd get some follow through. You know, the way the market works is they don't want to reward everyone so quickly. So at this point, I still think the S&P cash looks good. You look at the chart here, all in all, very methodical. You still have this wedge type pattern that we broke above to the upside when, you know, you had the runoff, which was not known. And then we had this nice 2-week range that we wound up holding at 2380. Friday, we broke above it, still held it here. So I would say I'm still small in the indices and maybe, you know, at some point this week, it gets a better move above this 2400. Didn't fall apart. Trend is still your friend. So, you know, you might not want to be all in long, but, you know, I'm not seeing a signal to short the S&P yet.
There has been an uptrend in tech indexes. So how much strength do you put into strength?
Well, you know, every pull-in has held the 8-day, so there's been a lot of strength there. You know, and most dips have been viable, and there's actually even been breakouts. If you look here at the Qs real quickly, the Qs have been above the 8-day moving average since breaking out earlier in April. So when things are above the 8-day moving average, they're strong. Just pulled in last week and held it, so still strong. And then you're getting stocks like we went over last week, like an Apple, one of the most widely held stocks in the world, okay, came out with earnings, and it held right here. You could have been flat into earnings and bought when it held the 8-day, or waited till Friday when it cleared this little inside wedge like I did. I bought more, and now I'm still in some, but a little less. Right now in tech, I'm focusing on some other names I might be able to break out, like an Amazon. Amazon, I do think, you know, held in well after numbers, held the 8-day, poked its head up today, and I do think at some point, could be tomorrow, I think it takes out this 954 on its way to over 1,000. Just like Barron said for the summer, it's been above the 8-day. Lots of nice trades. Google also, Facebook held in there. So you're getting high quality stocks breaking out and the overall indice holding the 8 days. So that to me is showing strength.
Many companies are releasing their earnings report this week, like Snap and Toyota. Which companies are you paying attention to?
Well, I'm paying attention to Snap. I'm paying attention to NVIDIA. You know, I'm probably not going to be in either one. I was actually in Snap last week, and I said I'm not going to hold into earnings. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. But it's always good to see a new issue come out and actually perform. At this point, I didn't like the little outside day today, so I got out of it. So maybe I'll see where it is on Wednesday. You know, sometimes you want to see a quarter or two of earnings before you get involved. Right now, this has been big resistance after taking out this spot right here. I'm also thinking NVIDIA is going to be for sediment for chips. This is a name that a lot of people like. I won't have a position in it, but I'll see what happens here. You do have an inside wedge. Expectations are low, so you want to see which way this resolves for sentiment. It could be to the upside or it could be to the downside. I don't have an opinion here, but I think a lot of traders are going to be watching NVIDIA and Snap.
And let's talk about crude oils. The crude supply cuts might be extended. And you told us last week that if it falls below $47 per barrel, there might be an opportunity buy. Do you see it right now?
You know what? I'm avoiding it. I'm just hoping that it doesn't fall too much because I don't want it to be a headwind of the market.
Okay.
So if you look real quickly here at the USO, it had an oversold bounce on Friday. So if you happen to have got long it, you know, you're long it versus this level here. Here's the USO. To me, it's still broken, but it's oversold. What do I mean by oversold? This is when it broke the 8, 21-day, and 200-day right here. Look where it is now, into some big support. So I'd say as long as USO holds above this 946, at least it might not put pressure on the market. And there is some room to rally up to the 8-day, or maybe even up to here. And if it rallies up to there, you know what? It'll be a little bit of a relief, and then maybe the S&P cash will act a little bit better.
Thank you so much. I think that's all for today.
Yep, and we'll have more tomorrow. Each day we'll try and go over the action, what's moving, what sectors are in play, where the risk-reward situations are, and make sure you stay tuned.
好了，非常感谢您收看本期的直击美股。以上就是本期节目的所有内容了。我们下期节目再见。